You were like hanging out in the club, but I was hanging out in the cornfield.
From the club to the cornfields. Girls gotta work.
Work, 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 work.
There's something
Yes.
weird about him. Hammer is my boyfriend.
Hammer is a god. Hammer is a god.
My lap with a cat. What is going on? Jimmy, come on. Fucking Jimmy.
Fucking Jimmy.
Love is dumb.
I just wanna have fun around. I just wanna have fun around.
Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Love is blind.
Is it though?
Love is dumb.
Agreed. It's like good for a minute and then it's like, this was a bad idea.
I've never shouted at a television so much than I have this week watching Love is Blind.
Well, I don't know if I was shouting or like gagging or just cringing. Like my face the whole time was like,
I just like, what is going on? I'm just
seriously.
sweating watching it sometimes as well. Like when they tell you when they say they love each other every 3 seconds after they've known them for 3 days, and it's like, I know you need to say it out loud to try and trick yourself into believing you love this person, but you don't. You don't love this person.
You really don't. Like you do not love this person. Like, wait, have we looked to see like the past seasons? Like who has stayed in love? Or like,
That's a good
you know what I
question.
mean?
I'm trying not to have any spoilers. I'm not Googling anything. I'm not like every time something comes up on my feed, I'm just not looking at it because I don't know who's still together now. But I don't know any couples that are still together, actually. I know The Ultimatum, there's a few couples that went on and had babies and, The Bachelor, but I don't know about Love is Blind. I don't think there's a good success rate.
I mean, does it surprise you? Like people, I feel like physical attraction is so important to me. Like, and I get it. Like all the people are a little bit good looking.
Yeah.
Like nobody's really fugly. I mean, they wouldn't put a fugly person on that show.
That's for sure, 100%.
But when people see, like when there's the big reveal, like you can tell that people are disappointed. Like Laura does not like Jeremy. I swear,
Do
like
you
her
think
face.
that? I thought she did like him.
I thought no way.
What's it, Johnny and Amy, the girl from Puerto Rico? No, what's her name?
Yeah. I think so. I can't remember their names, but
when she saw he had red hair.
And then she started saying the thing about her dad, like having a dream about her kids having like light skin and light hair. I'm like, did you mean light hair or like ginger red hair?
Well, the first thing she said afterwards was like, he's not normally what I would go for. I'd normally go for tall, dark, handsome, basically saying that.
Instead, I got medium, ginger, and kind of looks like
a cartoon
I
really
character.
like them as a couple. I really like them as a couple.
I do too. I think they'll make cute babies.
But yeah, what is that about how he doesn't want to
not
be intimate with her because she's not on birth control?
Hello? Like, does he not know that there are other ways, like condoms? Like, so wait, what are they doing? Are they just like masturbating in front of each other? Or like, are they intimate at all? Are they
No, she said they're not intimate.
Well,
he's too scared because he's scared she's going to get pregnant.
So he's literally scared to touch her with a 10-foot pole. This is crazy. Like, I would not marry someone. Maybe he's got a small peen.
Maybe
he's scared.
I think there's something there with Kenneth. Kenneth is a weird one. Brittany and Kenneth.
He was weird.
There's something weird about him. I think he's a virgin. That's just a guess.
I definitely think he's a virgin, but they said that they were gonna like wait for each other, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that they did because he's like like not into it, but also like he was on his phone so much when she's like crying so hard, and then he's just like on his phone.
Yeah. I couldn't
I
believe
would
it.
be
That's when I was shouting. I was like, what is he doing? He is
I
so
would
emotionally
spaz
unavailable,
out.
that guy.
Yeah,
Like,
I would
just
totally yeah, he's just completely checked out. Well, that's probably why he's single.
so weird. Like, it is making me really grateful that I don't have to date in the real world.
Also, like,
Sorry.
grateful that I'm not on Love is Blind because I can actually see how people behave. And I think there's
Yeah.
a thing when you're
Yes.
dating, like you need to see how people act and how they respond to certain
For
things.
sure.
And you cannot do that without being, right in front of someone.
Yeah, you know so much about someone just being in front of them, their social cues, the way their expressions, and the way they like react to you. And you can lie behind that door and just say words. So easy.
So easily. I mean, I could do that. I'd be so good at that.
Yeah.
I'd be just like bullshitting the whole time. But I get it. They're like trying to take it seriously, and I think they all really believe that this is what they want to do, and like they're just convincing themselves that like this is going to work.
But there's also that thing where I think they just also want to be famous and they want to be on TV.
Yeah,
And
which is
then
ridiculous.
they're
Come on,
willing
guys.
to sacrifice what they really know deep down is wrong. Like Jimmy, come on. Fucking Jimmy.
Fucking Jimmy. What
Fuck
an
you,
idiot.
Jimmy.
Yeah, fuck you, Jimmy. Also, like, Chelsea is an ugly crier.
She's crazy. She's crazy.
She cries so much.
At first, I felt bad for her. I was like, oh, she's obviously a bit insecure and da-da. I'm like, no,
For sure.
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Like,
But we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
You didn't kiss me today.
You didn't kiss me.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
her, Jessica, and Jimmy, that is the craziest love triangle ever. And the only reason he picked Chelsea is because of the Megan Fox thing, 110%.
110%. And you know what? I would treat Chelsea differently too after I saw a picture of Jessica. She's a freaking babe.
When Chelsea said, oh, he Googled her, I was like, oh no, it's game over.
Oh no, I know. But like, how do they know who the person is? Like, did he just Google the name Jessica and hope she came up? Or like, did they have a list of names or what?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I guess they all talk to each other. That's why, when Laura met up with Jessica in that bar, there's just ways for them to get to like know what's going on. But I think now that I look back, I was like, no, Chelsea should have definitely picked Trevor, Mullet Boy. They would have been such a good couple.
And he was so nice. Like,
oh my God, I love him.
Why do nice guys always finish last?
Because they don't lie about what they look like.
He said straight up, I've got a mullet. I mean, respect.
He's really cute.
I respect him. Yeah. He looked
Team
like
Chelsea
a big
and Trevor.
cuddly. He looked like a big cuddly kind of guy,
Yeah.
It's like you just really just hug him.
Now I saw some spoilers about how they all meet up and they bring in the other people.
That is so rotten. Producers, that is so rotten.
They've never done that before, have they?
They did. Yes, like in last season. Because remember the girl with the big curly hair and she was kind of with that doofus looking guy, and then they brought back the hot guy with the muscles. I'm so bad at explaining this.
No, but it's so mean. It's like, okay, let's just bring back an ex. Mean. Let's just bring back an old lover. That's so mean.
Yeah, it's so mean. Like,
but saying that, I know Jimmy's fixated on Jessica, but if I was Jessica and I saw him, I'd be like, no, I'm better than
Jessica. Can we just talk about this? Like, Jessica is going to meet some rich man with a fucking yacht, probably like 6'3", because she's like little and cute, and he's gonna take care of her. Like, not Jimmy. Ugh.
Not Jimmy.
I would be sad if I mean, Jimmy's not that bad, but if I saw
I hate him.
I'd be
He's
like,
the worst.
Ew. I'd be like, ew.
Jessica.
So yeah, let's go Jessica. Like, I hope that she has some rich ass dude by now who just fucking loves her so much.
She's so pretty.
Yeah,
But
but
I
I
really
guess
like Laura. I like her.
yeah, I like Laura too. Oh, did you see the very last episode?
No, so can you just give a quick recap?
Okay, so the quick recap is that Jeremy had he had met like a bunch of the other cast members out at the bar, and Sarah Ann was there. And he didn't, yeah, it's real juicy. And he had um what's it called? So he has Find My iPhone, and he didn't bother to like message Laura at all, but he played his Find My iPhone. But what I think he did, because he said that he was hanging out in the parking lot behind the bar from 3 to 5 a.m. because the bar closes at 3, right? Well, what I think he did, this is a conspiracy theory, but I feel like this is true, is he left his Find My iPhone on, his Apple Watch on, and that tracked him going to Sarah Ann's house, or like an area where Sarah Ann lives. So his phone he shared his location on the phone, but didn't think to leave his Apple Watch in the car as well. So he is in big trouble. Like, so I don't think that they're going to survive. If that was me, I'd be like, see you later, loser. Like,
see ya.
Yeah. Thanks for nothing.
He's not even that, like, what is it
I
with these,
know.
like,
He is so gross.
all the women are really, like, apart from Chelsea, who's a bit weird, but like all the women I think are really normal. And then the men are just like average, and they're all fighting over these men.
I know. Although I think Clay is really hot.
Oh yeah, sorry. Let's talk about Clay and AD.
Yeah. So I don't know if they're going to survive, because wait, you haven't seen the last episode. Is that when Clay's mom came and AD met the mom?
No, I haven't. No, I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
So AD was like giving him a talk about how he's like prioritizing work, and work is more important than her and their relationship. And because he owns a jet ski rental company.
What? That is so random.
A jet ski rental company. Hey, good for him. I respect your business choices. So he has to like go and like fill up the jet ski and like get everything ready for the people who are renting the jet skis for the day. It's so random.
What does AD do? She's definitely an influencer of some
So
kind.
she's a real estate agent, and she works for the VIP area of a popular nightclub, but that's not like all the time work, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So she's just like chilling during the day, and he's like out here hustling, and she's like giving him shit about it. So
yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen.
And his house is really nice, and he's paying his mortgage. He's so cute.
I know. He's great. I really like Clay. I think that he had some breakthroughs mentally on this show.
Yeah. And he owned them. And Matthew, on the other hand, psycho.
He reminds me of a serial killer.
He giving major serial killer vibes.
Yeah, definitely. So
yeah,
he was
looks
mad.
like. Sorry.
He was mad and stomps off. Yeah.
I couldn't believe he gave the same speech to the both girls. Like the whole time, I thought he was just like obsessed with the one, and then when we found out he said the same thing to Amber, I was just like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. But and also good for them for talking about it. Like, I mean, what a weird situation to be in. And it's good that, like, I feel like girl code is really strong on this show.
Yeah, this episode for sure. They were all really nice to each other, really respectful. They, even though, you know, they could have easily been jealous of each other, they didn't.
Yeah.
But that was also the same with the boys, which was quite interesting when there was that love triangle with Trevor and Jimmy and Chelsea.
Yeah.
They were kind of cool about it.
But like, what's the timeline before like meeting someone and then getting engaged? Is it like 3 days?
I think they have 5 days or a week. And then obviously some people, as soon as they decide, So Amy and that other guy, they were engaged within 3 days.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then the others were still deciding.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so the final or the 3 episodes come out on the 28th, and I cannot wait.
I cannot wait. I'm so
I
excited to
know.
check it out. I can't
Yeah,
believe Netflix have done that. It's so unfair.
I know.
Like, I want to watch it now. It's like consumed my whole week. Even though I was in Singapore and we were busy and we were having loads of fun,
So much fun.
I
Had a
still
good
needed to get
time.
home and watch Love is Blind every night.
So this is how I'm just going to tell everyone how obsessed about this show we were. On Friday night, we were out at a really popular bar that is so much fun, and by like 7:45, we were like, "So should we just go home and watch Love Is Blind?" And then we left the bar at 8:15 with 2 takeaway pizzas and went to our homes and watched Love Is
And
Blind.
watch. No shame. No
No
shame.
shame.
No
Didn't
regrets.
care. Didn't care at all.
Didn't care at all.
Nah, nah.
Anyway, back to
Yeah.
work.
Back
Yeah,
to
it was
work
great.
we go.
It was great fun. I had a lot of fun in Singapore. It was very short, very sweet. But I definitely won't be flying Scoot next time I visit.
Ugh, oh my god. Are we talking about this now?
Yeah.
Because Scoot is
Let's get
on
into that.
Scoot, you're on my shit list. Mhm. Just saying.
Did you leave a review? Did you do the survey?
Did I do I don't know if I got sent a survey.
You
Did
did.
I?
And you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna
Oh,
fill
oh
this
yeah.
in."
I was like, they sent this to the wrong passenger. Can I just talk? Okay, why don't I talk about why I hate Scoot and then
Sure.
you can talk about why you hate Scoot. Okay, so
Sure.
I meant to be going to Perth on Sunday, like Sunday afternoon, no big deal and then I was teaching class on Monday and Tuesday, right? So I had 2 full days of teaching prepared and they fly me in. So if things happen, like it would stink if I had to miss it. So anyway, I get to the airport 2 hours early, which I literally never do at Changi Airport because it's so fast and efficient that
Yeah.
I was like, why would I do that? But this time I just felt, I'm going to go hang out at the airport. I was thinking to go over to Jewel, which is beautiful, and, get some Shake Shack before I got on the plane because Scoot also serves shit food on the plane. Besides our cup of noodle. I like those. Yeah. So I get there and have to go to this other line. And this guy was like, "Oh, do you want to fly Singapore Airlines?" And I was like, "I don't know. Do I?" Like, Scoot is part of Singapore Airlines. And he just confused me. Like, whenever people do this to me, I get so confused because I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he took me to this counter and they're like, "Oh, so your flight has been overbooked and we won't know until like 2 p.m." So right now it's like 1. We won't know until 2 or 2:15 whether or not you are going to get on the plane. And I panic because I have to be there. I'm like, I have to be there. I said, "What? How can they do this?" And the lady just looks at me and goes, "Well, it says in the terms and conditions that they're allowed to overbook flights." And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know what to do right now." And anyway, so I was like panicking. I called the education director and I was like, "I don't know what to do." And then, anyway, so I just basically stand around waiting for her and my phone's about to die. Like, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, but I keep going to the airport with a dead phone. Like,
Well, that's
don't do
not going to
that,
be
guys.
great when you fly on Scoot because they don't let you charge your phone. They
No,
make
you
you
can.
buy it.
Sorry. Yeah, you can for $5.
Yeah.
Like, Scoot, come on. Quit
Yeah.
nickel and diming. Just book it into the price.
The plug
So
is there.
anyway,
They turn it
so
off.
they turned it off. I
Yeah.
know. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I am like, "How is this possible?" And then the lady goes, "Well, you should have done web check-in yesterday, and then it would have guaranteed your seat." And I was like, "Well, I was out hanging out with my friends. How was I know I'm supposed to do web check-in?"
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, the flight's delayed for 2 hours, which also effing sucks because come on, Scoot, like, can't you just be on time?
Yeah.
And so that flight was delayed. So I ended up getting one of the 3 empty seats because I was the second on the wait list, like on the standby list. So 1, thank goodness I got there on time, but 2, like, what is wrong with Scoot? Like, it's seriously the worst. Like, I haven't ever had a problem with them, but this time I was like, "Oh, I get why everyone says that Scoot is the worst airline." But then on the way back, my flight was scheduled for 9:45, another 2-hour delay, putting me in at 5 AM, and I had to go to work 2 hours later. It was so bad. The whole
Yeah.
experience was just terrible.
And you were telling me this, and I'm like, no, Scoot's not that bad. What are you talking about? Maybe you just had like some bad luck. And then 2 days later, I travel to Singapore on Scoot.
It was the worst.
And
Yep.
yeah, same thing happened, a delay. But I wasn't delayed at the airport. We got on the plane and there was a technical problem. And so we just sat on the tarmac for 2 hours. And then, so we took off. Yeah, I was meant to arrive at 10 p.m. and I arrived after midnight. And same thing, you have to, and that was the other thing I had to do besides being delayed on the tarmac for 2 hours and no one's letting you know what's going on. The other thing is when I was finally served a drink, like, the trolley comes around, they're like, what do you want? And I was like, I want like 3 beers, please. Because I've been
Yeah.
sitting here for fucking ages. And they were like, oh, sorry, we only take credit card.
Oh my God.
And he was like, do you have a credit card? And I said, no, I have like 4 debit cards. I have I have whatever, like, and they were like, no, we only take credit card. And I didn't say anything, but he obviously saw my face because thank God I bought water on. No one they don't give you anything.
They don't give you anything. So imagine
So
if you were like so hungry and you're
yeah,
like, I just want some food right now, and you couldn't get it because
yeah.
you didn't have a credit card.
So anyway, he let me use the card and it worked, obviously, because it's
Yeah,
just a
usually
normal
you
pay
can
machine.
use but you can use debit cards
Well,
as
that's
a
the new
credit card.
thing that they're telling you that you can't do. I
Why can't you do that? I thought
don't
you
know.
could.
I don't
I'm
know.
so
And then, yeah,
confused.
when I left, it was delayed again too. And
But at least you got wine in the airport.
yeah, I got my $18 airport wine. Totally worth it.
So this is what I love about traveling for work is that when I get the $18 airport wine, I don't have to pay for it, and then it's like free.
So lucky. So lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, I
So
ended up spending $40 on 2 glasses of wine before I got on the
yeah.
plane.
I
Because
mean,
I don't love flying. I'm a bit of a nervous flyer, and I just like a couple glasses of wine just makes me feel calm. But yes, definitely deciding next time, for a couple of $100 more just to fly Singapore Airlines, then you don't have to pay for anything. Everything's included. You can check in your luggage. You don't have to pay extra for that. You can charge your phone. You don't have to pay extra for that. There's just so many pros to flying on a better airline, and budget airlines can just
yeah, I mean, I didn't mind Scoot when we were flying to Krabi. Like there and back was fine, but
I know.
maybe that's the only place I'll fly
It's
Scoot.
a quick flight. So you're like, it's fine. But really, it's not a quick flight when you're 2 hours delayed. It ends up being a whole
No,
night or a whole day.
yeah, and I thought I was gonna get home at 3 in the morning, but then got home at 5, and then my whole I went to bed at 7:30 the next night. I was so tired.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
We're too old to fly, these budget airlines
Yeah,
now.
this is ridiculous. I
It's for
know. Come
young
on,
people that
Scoot.
have energy.
Yeah, Scoot, can you please, get your shit together? That'd be great. Thank
That
you.
would be great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Anyway.
But can I just talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
Perth for a second? So another epic failure was me not staying an extra day. It was so beautiful. Perth is so nice.
You stayed on Scarborough Beach.
I stayed on Scarborough Beach, and it like the next morning. So by the way, I think if I ever move to Australia, I think I could achieve my dreams of being a morning person. I don't know if you know this about me, but I think like that's my ultimate goal. Like I just want to be able to wake up like feeling fresh at 6 a.m. and go for a run. But I honestly think it's because that's when the sun comes up.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just like guided by the sun.
They are such morning people. They love to get up early, go for a
Yeah.
walk, go for a swim, get a coffee. Such a
And
nice
so
lifestyle.
like so many people out at the beach, like with their dogs. It was so nice and jogging. So I got up at 5:30 one morning and then went for like a almost 10K jog.
Well done.
And it was thank you. Thank you very much. I'm getting bikini ready for my Thailand trip in May.
Yeah.
But it was so nice. Like just yeah, and I feel like everyone's just happy and exercising, and also I shaved a lot of time off of my 10K pace because I wasn't running in 130% humidity.
It makes such a huge difference. It's insane.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah. Not having that humidity and that heat. You feel like you can
Oh,
just
and
breathe and just
yeah, I know. Exactly. It was like
G'day, mate.
so
G'day,
fast.
mate.
But then I also had another epic fail and didn't bring a swimsuit. Like,
I
what?
cannot believe when you told me this, I was just like, what?
This has never happened to me.
You
Like,
were
I
literally
always have
going to a beach town with the most
I
beautiful
think
beaches in the world. And you didn't pack a swimsuit.
I didn't, but you know what I think happened? I think I just thought I was going there for work, and I
Yeah.
didn't actually look up the hotel before I went there. Like, I did kind of, but I think I just looked at it in the airport and was like, "Okay, I know where I'm going."
So foresight, Jessi, we were
Yes,
talking
always
about this
pack
earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe you should preach what is it?
Practice what I
what you
preach.
preach.
I mean, seriously.
Because we were talking
Yeah,
about our
always pack a
teenagers.
swimsuit. Yeah. We can
Charge your
talk about
phone.
yeah, it's bad.
Charge your phone, pack a swimsuit, research the hotel, maybe check flight status before you head over to the airport.
No, they didn't change the flight status until I was already there,
Okay.
which is also like
Yeah.
ah,
You could easily update it, find things out really easily now. So that's what we did actually. My son was smart enough to check the flight status before we headed off, and he said it's delayed. So I was like, okay,
oh
cool.
good.
But then
That's
actually,
one
we got to the airport early anyway, and then we stood in a queue to check in for an hour and 20 minutes. Forgot to mention that part. This is at Changi.
Scoot, you're the worst. You are the worst. Yeah. Wonder what if you did that to the gate agent, if you would like get in trouble.
Definitely. Blacklisted. We can't afford that. We
Never
need
again.
to be able to travel.
On Scoot though, like
No,
there
no,
are
no,
plenty
no,
of
it's fine.
other airlines that are way better.
Shout out Singapore Airlines.
Yeah, Singapore Airlines, thank you for being so great.
So
We love you.
We love you, Singapore Airlines.
I mean, at this point, Scoot is way better than United, and United is not great.
No, I do feel like something has happened in the last 2 years because they have always been amazing. And I don't know what, like, I feel like it's just gone extremely downhill the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably because they sent all their airplanes to Australia and then they got all rusty because of the salt water, the sea water.
In the desert?
Yeah, they sent them
My
to
God, what a crazy time.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
So now all the airplanes are totally messed.
Messed.
Yeah, they're messed up.
So what's
but you're right.
Sorry.
I was going to say, you're right. I should practice what I preach about foresight because we're having major issues with the tween about this subject. It's not great. Yeah.
It's just even little things like, for me, the biggest one is the headphones. Like they always are never charged and then he wants them when we leave the house, or that he can never find a headphone. So that's always a thing too. And then, yeah, just every morning on the school run, it's like the bus is here. Oh, my laptop charger. Oh, I'm like, just breathe.
Could you, like, get him,
Just
like, a pouch to organize himself, or just no, that
No.
just wouldn't work?
I
Yeah.
can say when he gets home, make sure you pack your bag for tomorrow. I can say it before he goes to bed, make sure you pack your bag for tomorrow. I can say it in the morning when I go up 3 times to wake him up. Make sure you got everything you need. But no.
Just I think, like, luckily, mine are I think having girls might
Yeah,
be a little bit different because
for
mine,
sure.
like, are so good with that kinda thing, but then, my older one is like, "This is too hard. They're, like, making us memorize all of this vocabulary, and I can't memorize it." I'm like, "Well, how long have you had the vocabulary list?" And she's like, "I got it last week." And she's, like, in tears in her room,
Panicking.
like, "This is unfair. Why did they do this?" Because I think that the school director has put this in place, so if they fail their vocabulary, then they go to detention. But it's not like real detention. They just have to go downstairs and study, and they call it detention, and then they come back upstairs and take the vocab test.
So they
And
get a
so
redo.
they get a redo. It's not,
Yeah.
like, that big of a deal, but it is, like, the end all be all right now, and, she's just stomping around the house this morning, and I said, "Look it, like, I can
Look
message
it.
the guy that put this in place, but I talked to your dad about it, and he just seems to think that you need to just study a little bit harder." And she's like, "I do study, but if I study it, I just can't remember." And I said, "Okay, then there are solutions to your issues. Like, we can just look up some Jim Quick memorization techniques, and maybe that would help you." And then she's like, "Boop, I don't think it's gonna help." I mean, she just is
Yeah.
like, "Maybe it's hormones today," but I was like, you just never know with kids, like, what's gonna happen. Like, it's
The
unpredictable.
hormones is a big
Yeah.
part. But yeah, it's just the dramatics and everything's like the end of the world and everything's the worst and like everyone's out to get me and it's just all that mentality sometimes.
And
And
then
it's
she's
really
like,
hard not to laugh in
"I
their face.
know, I know. It's so hard."
I feel so
Or
mean, but it's like you're
I
like
know. But I don't remember, like, saying these kinds of things to my parents. Like, I was never like, it's like, I never I don't think I said anything to them about school because it was my problem. Like, I feel like, yeah.
no, I definitely was like, I hate everything. You guys
I
don't
think,
understand me. And I'd like slam my door and play Pink in my room out loud in my
oh my
CD
god.
player just over and over again. That was such a good
I
album.
wanna I wanna see teenage Sarah doing this. It'd be so funny. Imagine if we could get a replay of our teenage years and all the,
Oh
like, dumb
man,
shit we did.
that would be so funny. Like just also like just all those times in the club
I
or
know.
just me. Yeah, if you could just go back and just watch that. I mean, we'd probably be so embarrassed. I'd
Well,
probably just
you were, like, hanging out in the club, but I was hanging out in the cornfield.
from the club to the cornfields.
Yep, just doing the same thing except, like, different environments. Like, I was in nature, you were indoors.
Yes.
Because we
Oh my
didn't
God.
like we could drive, like, 45 minutes to this one club, but, like, that was a once every now and again type of thing. Like, we definitely didn't do it very often.
And then did someone have to be like the designated driver?
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
weren't drinking because we were only 16, so and you
Oh,
have to be 21 to
21.
drink in the US.
In England,
So,
they
we
just
weren't
start when they're like 12, start drinking. It's just very normal.
that is so young.
Yeah.
Although I think I had my first wine cooler when I was 13, so,
I can't believe I
yeah.
just found out what a wine cooler is.
Me
Where
either.
have I been?
I know, I stole my mom's all the time. I was so bad. Do you know this summer when I was with my mom, I told her that my friend and I went to basketball camp when we were 15, and I took my mom's wine coolers and put them in the bag, and then we drank wine coolers with some of the other girls at basketball camp. Like, we could have gotten into so much trouble.
You are such a rebel.
I was so bad. I think about the stuff that I did, and I'm like, God, I hope my kids just don't. I hope that they're not like me.
Well, no, they can't be because everyone has Ring doorbells now, and like teenagers just can't sneak out. Like we used to sneak out all the time, or we used to come
Oh.
home and say we got home at like 1, but really it was 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's all on
Well,
camera now.
I'm gonna be out till 5 a.m., I think. No, I can't. If I'm gonna be a morning person, I'm gonna be waking up at 5 a.m., so I'll catch them.
You'll be that person that I used to make fun of when I was coming back from the club in the taxi, and they'd be running and jogging at 5 a.m. and we'd be like,
Yeah.
look at that guy, look at that loser.
I know. That's gonna be me. That's
That'll
gonna
be you. And
me.
then your kids will be going past going, oh my God, there's my mom. She's just like,
Yeah, run. There's mom. There's mom.
no,
But
I
those
do
were
feel sorry for this next generation of teenagers because they just aren't going to be able to do half the stuff that we used to get up to. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I think everyone
Yeah,
needs a
but
bit of freedom and fun.
I actually think that I'm like scared of this generation, like the generation after Gen Z. I think
What
I'm
are
scared of
they?
them. I
Alpha?
think no.
Producer
Oh,
Phil?
I'm not sure, but they like aren't afraid to speak their minds. They'll tell you exactly what they think. Like they're kind of mean. I mean, not mean, but like,
Yeah. They just don't see
like
through all the bullshit.
we wouldn't have done that. We would have just been like, oh, or like if somebody is telling you to do something and they're like, but I'm not going to do that because here are 10 reasons why I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that. And you're just like,
That's what there
no.
was a teacher talking about this. She was saying like this new generation of kids that she's teaching, like between I think 3 and 6, she says they cannot be told what to do, they cannot be managed, they don't understand the systems that have been put in place, and they just like are rebelling against everything.
Oh my God. Wait, but do you think it's because of
Alpha.
gentle parent? Wait,
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. Do you think it's because of gentle parenting? Like,
No
I
comment.
see that you're upset right now. How can we make this better? Like, I see that you're angry. Like, I just couldn't. I can't. I'm not that person. I'm not that parent. I'm like, you need to fucking do what I'm telling you,
Yeah.
or you're in big trouble.
Because I said so.
Yeah, because I said so.
Yeah.
Why? Because I said so.
Because I said so.
Yeah. I remember
Jessica?
my mom, like, did your mom and dad ever like give you weird threats? Like, I find myself doing that to my
Yeah.
kids, but not as extreme. Like, my mom would be like, I'm going to pull this car over right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I've done that.
Like,
If you guys don't be quiet, I'm going to pull this car over right now and leave you here on the side of the road.
have you ever actually done it?
No, but I think they thought I was going to do it and they started crying.
Yeah, my mom definitely did it one time. Like, she was like, get out of the car. She's like, get out.
Yeah, no, my parents did that to me. They made us
And
get
then we
out.
were standing on the side of the road, and then she drives off and then like backs up 5 minutes later and is like, are you going to behave yourselves now?
Yeah, see, my sister would start crying and being like, I'm so sorry, we will never do it. And I was like, I'm going to hitchhike. And I'd like just carry on walking.
My God. Such a
Can't be
badass.
managed. Oh man, I'm really scared for when I have a teenage daughter.
I know. Yeah,
I hope she's not like me at all.
Same. I feel like I was like very rebellious. So I hope that doesn't happen.
It will. It's called karma.
I know. That's what my mom always reminds me of. She'll be like, "Oh, remember when you were a teen?" And I'm like, "No, I don't, because I don't remember anything."
Just blocked it out.
It
That's
was
the
the
best way
wine
to deal with.
coolers.
It's those wine coolers.
The wine coolers. Blame the wine coolers.
Hazy memory.
Yeah.
Speaking of, karma is my boyfriend. Karma is a
Karma
guy.
is a god. Karma is a guy. Yeah.
In my
So
lap with a cat. What's the lyrics?
I just think it's going to be so great. So I surprised the kids yesterday.
Oh my God, yes.
And we didn't really get it on video, but what I did, like, because we were like making friendship bracelets every day. And by the way, there are I Look Better Tan friendship bracelets coming your way. They're so
Amazing.
cute. So after like, because there was a bunch of people that came over here to make friendship bracelets, and it was actually such a wholesome afternoon, like just crafting. It was so fun.
Bring back crafting.
Yeah, but let's bring back women's crafting circles, and can we dress in like old-timey clothes, and why not?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are very ready in that dress.
Just look a bit Little House on the Prairie, but whatever.
It
Anyway,
looks
so you guys are making friendship bracelets for the concert.
So afterwards, the girls and I had these the night before. I was drinking with my friends, and we were like trying to figure out ways to surprise them. We were going to make like a chatterbox, but we ended up just like printing out the tickets. And so then after everyone left, I was like, oh, so what are you guys going to wear to the Taylor Swift concert? And they both kind of looked at each other, and then they looked at me, and I was like, so, and they're like, wait a second, did you get tickets? And so then I got the pieces of paper and gave it to them, and they like spazzed out. It was so cute. They just like were so excited. Yeah, it was so nice.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
so jealous of these children right now.
I know we
Oh,
should have
so
had you come a week later, but that's okay. Next time.
What are you guys gonna wear? Because everyone, like, it's a thing. People go all out with these outfits.
I have a friend who has like this wedding dress that's like sparkly and pink and kind of frilly. Like she got it specially made for her wedding, and I think she's gonna wear her wedding dress, but it is like perfect on point Taylor Swift.
So people are dressing according to certain lyrics or certain songs and albums, and
yeah,
it's quite niche, some of the things, like you have to kind of guess what it is. But and then I saw, because she's just performed in Sydney, they were interviewing people outside the stadium, and they were asking them how much they've spent altogether on like the tickets, getting there, and their outfits and everything. Like it is in the thousands, like $4,000, $6,000, $8,000. I'm like, this is insane.
Oh no,
That's incredible. Unnecessary, surely.
I'm not a shopper. Like I don't love shopping. If I can't buy it on like Zalora, then I'm not going to do it, because Zalora sends it to my house. I can try it on and then send it back. But I have like a pretty glitter top with some shorts. Also, by the way, hello everyone in Singapore, the stadium is hot. It's not air conditioned. Like it is a little bit, but it is not. It is so hot in there.
Is it?
So,
wait, I thought it was air conditioned.
No, that's the indoor stadium.
Oh.
This is the national stadium that has like a giant hole cut out of the side of it. So it is going to be warm.
Depending on where you're sitting, I think they pump out air like where some of the seats, but the rest of it you wouldn't be able to.
I mean, I'm going to be in the rafters. So I don't think they're going to pump out any air con up there. So yeah, I'm just going to wear shorts and a glitter top. I'll send you some selfies. And then the girls, who knows what they're going to wear, but let's see.
You should get them to pick like a really fun outfit, or they could make their own.
They have the cutest clothes. So Olive has this Travis Kelce. It says like the Eras Tour, and then it's like all different things, and it's all pictures of Travis Kelce. I'm like, you have to wear that shirt.
She has to wear that. That's perfect.
And then I said, what, Travis Kelce might be there. And she goes, Travis Kelce is coming?
Oh my God.
Like, I didn't even forget about Taylor. She wants Travis. Yeah.
Travis Kelce could be there.
I think he's probably going to come. I think I need to take time off and like go and try and, I don't know, see if I can have lunch with him or something.
I'm so annoyed I came this week. What was I thinking?
Well, I think that we didn't know we could get more tickets.
To be fair, I've heard that the airlines are like quadrupled the prices to come to Singapore because of the which is kind of unfair.
That's annoying.
Where would they be staying? Which hotel, I wonder?
That's what we were trying to think of. Like Marina Bay Sands, maybe, but I think most famous people stay, or I think acts that come and stay at Pan Pacific.
Yeah. Or sometimes the Fullerton.
Yeah, I don't, well, because they have to have enough room for like the dancers, for everyone. So like all the tech people. So I think Pan Pacific logistically is probably the best.
Yeah. I'm trying to think where they used to always stay back in the day. People used to go wait outside in the lobbies, to meet them, all the
Oh my
celebrities.
gosh.
It was so
Yeah.
easy back then.
It was, yeah.
But yeah, interesting. Oh, we'll have to do a Travis watch update.
Travis watch.
Travis.
I mean,
Travis.
yeah. No, that's Courtney and Travis. That's the other
Oh.
Travis.
What's Taylor and what's their like name together? Travis and Taylor.
Tavis? Trailer?
There must be one.
I feel like they're all going to be so bad that they couldn't come up with one.
Tayce?
No. Swelce? Swelce? Kift? Just like putting all the names together right now.
Clift?
Clift?
No, come on. Someone must have done it.
Yeah.
Producer Phil?
No, I don't know. Producer Phil?
He's just
do we
looking at
have
me like,
anything?
what the fuck are you talking about?
Don't you know when they take one person's name and the other and they put them together? Like Courtney and Travis is Kravis.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye were Kim Ye.
And then what's J-Lo and Benifer?
Yeah, Benifer. I think they were the original ones.
I think they were too.
Swelce.
That's no.
Meh.
No likey.
Oh, they prefer Swelce? He prefers Swelce, apparently. Tayvis and what was the other one? Trailer.
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 To be fair, I wouldn't want to be called Trailer. I feel like
no. It comes with some, yeah. This is coming from the girl that used to hang out in cornfields.
You know what? It's where I belong, okay? Actually, I don't belong in cornfields because let me tell you, I did this job when I was 13. It was my first job ever, and it's called detasseling. And you like walk through the cornfields and you like rip off the top little tassels things so they don't like cross pollinate. The corn doesn't cross pollinate. But I'm like, oh, it's going to be hot. It's the summer. So I show up in my bikini top in a cornfield. Well, let me tell you, if you've ever had corn rash, you'll never do that again. Yeah. So the leaves on the corn will slit your skin, but like give you tiny little like cuts. It was so bad. So this guy that I knew ended up just like walking in front of me and like doing all my tassels for me because I was like, this job is not for me.
Wow. I've really learned something new every day.
Yeah. I can't do manual labor like that. It's not good.
Corn rash and then wine coolers.
Yeah. Look at us educating you about the world. Wow.
This is an educational podcast.
We are doing so well right now. Now you have to teach me something.
Literally, my mind has gone completely blank. I'm just panicking now because you've said that.
Silence. Silence.
Anyways,
next
week you'll be giving us a roundup on
Swelce.
Taylor.
Swelce.
Trailer. I like trailer.
Yeah, we can call him Trailer because this is our podcast and we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want until our teenagers tell us not to.
Yeah, and then we get too scared and we're like, okay.
Just go hide in my room.
I'm just going to take this bottle of wine and drink it in my bedroom.
Oh, I got some duty-free wine.
Good. Was it $110?
No. Thank goodness.
Oh my God.
Where is that box of wine?
It's at work now. Okay. So so we're going to drink it there.
I think that's a good idea.
It'll be there when you come back in 2 months.
Will it? Will it?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see it. Let's see how rough the next 2 months are for people.
It's not going to be rough. It's going to be great. The aliens are not going to come.
I'm having a good time. So, yeah. feel like doing all the right things. I don't know. Yeah, it's good.
Do you have any travel coming up?
No. So I'm going to be on the ground until like late March, and then I'm going. I have the hiccups.
Someone's been sipping on the wine box.
Yeah, that's me and the wine. I just love a boxed wine, you know. So no, I'm going to Da Nang at the end of the month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which will be good. I have a friend's 40th birthday. I'm only flying in for 2 nights, but we'll make the most of it.
Who are you flying with?
Singapore Air, not
Shout out.
Scoot.
Well done.
And actually, my friends are flying back through Singapore. And we're on
my friends flying
back.
Are you flying to Barcelona?
Barcelona with Amy and her family.
I am Puerto Rico and I'm from Barcelona.
I mean, I definitely want to go to Puerto Rico. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Is that where they were for their like honeymoon? Is that where they weren't in Puerto Rico, were they?
No, they were in the Dominican, which also looks beautiful.
Yeah, she was loving showing off her conversation skills.
Her español.
Gracias,
mi amigo.
Anyway, sorry, you're saying your friends are flying.
Yeah, and we're on the same flight, so we'll get to hang out before, and then it'll be great.
You guys you could buy a bottle of airport wine.
Oh my God, we could, although I'd have to pay for it, but it's fine. The hotel and the flight are already paid for, so the trip's basically free. So.
Yeah, basically free, girl maths. I love that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll see you next week and we'll get a recap of all things T-Swift trailer.
Oh, and hopefully this week is very eventful. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone have a great week.
Have fun. Subscribe to our pod. We love you.
Like and subscribe.